Yo, what's going on everyone? Mega Man here. In this video, we're going to be going over the new patch notes for Multiversus Season 1. Starting with General Gizmo will be available September 8th, and Spectator Mode now displays team colors properly. Thank you for adding that in. Gameplay Systems Hitbox and Hurtbox update. This patch includes their Hitbox and Hurtbox system overhaul. Their goal with this update is to more tightly tie hitboxes and hurtboxes to their character animations. They will be keeping an eye on how this update affects the player experience, and they are ready to implement additional patches if any problems arise. This will be a process for them to get there, but this is their first step towards truly accurate hitbox and hurtbox detection and gives them the foundation to permanently fix issues going forward. The changes for this are hurtboxes updated on every character, hitboxes updated on most attacks. Specific adjustments may not be listed in the character notes. You'll notice that hurtboxes are closely tied to the animations now after the update. Projectile Systems update. This patch also includes the first part of their Projectile System update. Multiversus is a game that thrives on interesting interactions between fighters, between allies, and between projectiles. But a player shouldn't need an encyclopedia knowledge of every attack in the game to feel comfortable understanding those interactions. Their goal with this update is to standardize global projectile behavior so players can better adapt strategies around projectiles. This update is just the first part of their projectile system changes, so expect more updates in a future patch. The changes for the projectiles are the standardized opposing projectiles to always clank, destroying both projectiles. Alright, so it seems like they cancel out. Introduce the heavy projectile. Heavy projectiles break enemy projectiles, can only clank with other heavy projectiles, and cannot be reflected. Barriers and buffs that block projectiles more consistently, block all projectiles. Projectiles that explode no longer hit fighters that block the projectile. Directional action key mappings for keyboard. Directional attacks and specials can now be mapped to specific keyboard keys. For example, down attack can be mapped to a key so that you can perform down attacks without also fast falling. In total, there are 8 new keyboard binds: up attack, right attack, down attack, left attack, up special, right special, down special, and left special. Miscellaneous gameplay updates. Adjusted characters mesh vertical offset so that characters' feet don't clip into the floor as much. This change also involved adjusting the floor's collision for the following maps: Scooby's Haunted Mansion, Cromulons and Cromulons 1v1, Tree Fort 1v1, and all versions of Sky Arena. Wall, floor, and ceiling bounces no longer restore dodge meter energy. Improved input handling when an attack/special is executed at the same time as a jump. In the past, it was possible for jumps to interrupt attacks and specials, thus leading to ignored actions. This change will improve the responsiveness of short hop attacks and specials. Moving along to general perks, Clear the Air. Updated description text to explain that perk effective only applies to non-heavy projectiles. Ice to beat you. Projectiles will only apply ice debuff to fighters that are not already debuffed by ice. This change was already released for online matches and will now be applied in local play. I'll take that. Unstack cooldown refund decreased from 0.5 seconds to 0.25 seconds. Stack cooldown refund decreased from 1 second to 0.5 seconds. This change was already released for online matches and will now be reflected in local play. Make it Reindog. Unstack projectile speed buff reduced to 10% from 20%. Stack projectile speed buff reduced to 20% from 25%. Perk description text for this change will not be updated until the next patch. Sturdy Dodger. They fixed an issue where the perk would not stack properly. For the maps, 2v2 Tree Fort map, the trampoline tree health reduced to 15 from 30. I'm not gonna front, that thing did take a minute to go down. Trophy's Edge, they fixed a minor asymmetry in the main platform's collision so that it's now perfectly centered. Cromulons and Cromulons 1v1 added a new floating platform to both versions of Cromulons. Now we finally at the part you all been waiting for, the characters' buffs, nerfs, and changes. Starting out with Arya, the assassin passive removes 5% additional damage taken debuff. They nerfed the air and ground up special, reverted to the early access version of up special. They were finding that the skill and counterplay were being removed from Arya with the addition of the vacuum effect, making the follow-ups nearly always true. They changed the air and ground up special, fixed the bug that caused Arya's dash on the hit to stop working after Taz turns her into a chicken. They nerfed the air and ground neutral special, fixed an issue with long lingering hitboxes on Arya's stolen face neutral special. They're watching Batman closely. The projectile systems update will make it so that all projectiles will properly destroy the Batarang, so they want to see how this plays out for a bit before further adjustments. The goal is to make Batman Batarang have understandable counterplay. They changed the air down special, knockback angle change to send victims more horizontally. They changed the air side attack, when landing an attack will allow carrying movement momentum earlier. Ground down special buffed, fixed the bug that was preventing projectile sidestep from dodging all projectiles. Ground side attack buff, fixed the bug that was causing the first jab to be delayed going into jab 2 when playing online. They mentioned Bugs Bunny is still a bit too safe and unpunishable due to land canceling recovery. The new active frames adjustment and global Hurtbox updates will hopefully make Bugs Bunny up air attack more manageable from the opponent's side. The air side special changed, rocket now classified as heavy projectile, purple effect added to indicate armor breaking property. Changed the air up special, rocket now classified as heavy projectile, purple effect added to indicate armor breaking property, cooldown attack no longer consumes all aerial special uses. Air and ground neutral special got nerfed, safes now classified as heavy projectile, barriers and buffs that block projectiles now deactivate the safe hitbox until the safe is hit again. Air down attack nerf, recovery land cancel window delayed 2 frames. Air side attack nerf, recovery land cancel window delayed 3 frames. Air up attack nerf, hitbox active frames reduced. Ground neutral attack nerf, frame window to cancel into another ground neutral attack delayed. Weight has been nerfed, lowered to 50 from 55. Coming through dock signature perk nerf, hitbox active duration reduced to 0.25 seconds from 0.5 seconds. Finn players, y'all good, man. Y'all got nothing but buffs. Assassin passive buff, remove 5% damage taken debuff. They buffed the passive, increased starting gold to 200 from 100. Air and ground neutral special buff, fixed an issue with a shockwave from high-fiving an ally would not hit enemies. They buffed the air up special, adjusted vacuum hitbox to more consistently combo into the final hit. And they buffed the ground down attack, increased minimum distance travel, adjusted vacuum hitbox to more consistently combo into the final hit. Garnet has all buffs as well. Air and ground neutral special buff. When Garnet bubbles a projectile, the projectile will not be able to hit herself or allies until the bubble expires. Air and ground side special buff. Increased projectile speed to 2,200 from 2,000. Recovery frames decreased to allow for follow-up combos from the hit. Air side attack buff. Side attack 1 on hit cancel window moved earlier. Side attack 1 combos better into side attack 2. Harley Quinn assassin passive buff, remove 5% additional damage taken debuff, movement speed buff increased to 1,875 from 1,825. Iron Giant passive has been nerfed, rage mode gray health reduced to 15 from 30, air up attack has been nerfed, reduced damage to 5 from 6. Air and ground neutral special has been nerfed, ability and ammo cooldowns are now static cooldowns are not affected by cooldown reduction perks or buffs. Consuming an item or Iron Giant's art will still grant 1 bolt. Ability cooldown increased to 25 seconds from 23 seconds. The air neutral attack has been nerfed with recovery increased. Jake's air ground neutral special has been changed. If Jake eats multiple opponents, he will spit them all out on the first spit. Spitting no longer counts towards air special count. Jake can aerial spit even if he's exhausted his air specials. Spit opponents are now properly classified as projectiles. Weaken stacks applied on hit reduced to 2 from 5. Air ground down special nerf. Attack duration reduced to 3 seconds from infinite duration. Can no longer hit the same enemy multiple times. Air side attack changed. With recovery increased 6 frames. Land cancel window delayed to match increased with recovery. On hit cancel window moved 2 frames earlier. This should give the opponent more of a window to punish Jake on a whiffed attack, while also giving Jake more of an opportunity to successfully follow up from a hit attack. Lebron air down attack changed, knockback angle pushed to be more horizontal. The basketball has been buffed. Enemies can no longer hit the basketball. The basketball will always bounce back when blocked by projectile, blocking effects. Ball ground neutral special buff, ground pass projectile speed increased, air version unaffected. No ball air side attack buff, hitbox active frame window moved 3 frames earlier. Ball ground up attack buff, hitbox active frame moved earlier, on hit cancel window moved earlier to allow for more reliable combo follow-ups. Ball ground down attack buff, cancel window moved earlier. Going into the second latest character, Morty passive has been buffed, ally grenade passive has been enabled. Air ground neutral special changed, ammo cooldown increased to 13 seconds from 12 seconds. Knockback scale increased from 23 to 25. Grenades can now be knocked back by ally projectiles. Enemy projectiles will destroy grenades. Air ground down special changed, fixed issues where Morty or his ally would be randomly pulled back to the save point. This will now only trigger when the ally is near the blast zone. Air side special buff, portal aim reticle now only shows for the Morty player in online matches. Ground side special buff, more consistently hits projectiles. Air ground neutral attack change, fixed an issue where the blaster could spawn 2 shots when fired. Knockback direction now based on projectile velocity, knockback scaling increased. Ground up attack change, fixed an issue where the blaster could spawn 2 shots when fired. Knockback direction now based on projectile velocity, knockback scaling increased. Ground side attack buff, full jab combo now connects more reliably. Extra Fleeb Juice signature perk now cleans up Tom and Jerry's mousetrap, now cleans up Garnet's electric zone. Reindog air ground neutral attack buff, enemies can no longer hit the spit projectile. Air up attack buff, vacuum knockback applied to first hit to help the 2 hits chain together more reliably. Ground neutral attack nerf, holding down and dodging no longer cancels into the next attack as quickly to prevent extremely rapid fire of the projectile attack. Going into one of my favorite characters, Shaggy, he got them changes and them nerfs. Rage air ground down special change, super sandwich now classified as a heavy projectile. Air ground side special change, bug fixed correctly branches to the attacks on hit for non-rage side specials. Ground down attack nerf, armored removed from the attack and knockback angle pushed to be more horizontal. Weight has been nerfed lowered to 68 from 76. Ground up special nerf, jump cancel and ground up air special is delayed to prevent a true combo into air up special because it was eliminating at unexpectedly low damage. Steven Universe air ground up special has been nerfed. After spawning 2 shields with his up special, Steven must land on solid ground before he can spawn more shields with his up special. Superman air up special changed, fixed a bug where Superman could grab enemies from far away as they bounced off of walls, later start up on active hit frames. Air side special change, fixed a bug where Superman could grab enemies from far away as they bounced off of walls. Flight speed is reduced after Superman grabs an enemy so it won't carry enemies as far. Air ground down special nerf, now has an ammo cooldown. Superman spawns with 2 ammo, 1 new ammo returns every 8 seconds. This is to prevent heat vision camping. That's the first time I heard that ever being used, where Superman would only use this attack over and over. Ground down attack nerf, hitbox active frames reduced. Ground up attack nerf, hitboxes adjust so that the attack no longer hits behind them. Taz's beach skin has been changed. They fixed it to look more like the profile icon. The passive has been changed. Max tasty stacks increased to 18 from 16. Chicken movement speed reduced to 1,200 from 1,550. Chicken maximum health reduced to 15 from 30. Chicken duration reduced to 6 seconds from 8. Air ground neutral special buff. Taz can now eat and spit bugs, safe bugs, rocket, and Shaggy super sandwich. Not the sandwich. And eating an enemy in the air now applies 2 weakened stacks. Air ground side special buff. On cooldown, tornado duration increased to 0.45 seconds from 0.25 seconds. Air ground down special buff. Recovery frames decreased to allow for better combo follow-ups. Air ground up special allows canceling the dodge and jump to be able to escape while in the air. The Iron Stomach signature perk has been changed. Anvil now classified as heavy projectile, and they fixed the issue with Taz item throw animation. I gotta get in there signature perk has been nerfed. Taz's ally can only enter the dog pile 1 time per use. Tom and Jerry, the Jerry air ground up special has been changed. Jerry no longer hits enemies immediately after the rocket explodes, damage compensated. Jerry has been nerfed. Jerry now classified as a heavy projectile while in fight, no longer refreshes his cooldown if he's eliminated while attached to an ally. They reduced the cork ammo to 2 from 3. Cork ammo while attached to an ally unchanged. Air side attack nerf, added 3 frames of recovery. Land cancel window delayed 7 frames. Air down attack nerf, added 3 frames of recovery. Land cancel window delayed by 3 frames. Ground side attack nerf, jab 1 hitbox active frame window moved 2 frames later. Dynamite split signature perk nerf, split dynamite sticks now detonate when they hit terrain. Velma passive has been changed. Instead of calling the police, Velma now solves the mystery and calls the Mystery Inc. gang and the Mystery Machine to take the bad guys away. Now that is cool to see. I can't wait to see that in game. Air up special nerf, no longer applies weakened stacks on hit. Air ground neutral attack nerf, no longer heals Velma when she hits an ally with a speech bubble. Movement speed nerf, reduced to 2,100 from 2,200. Weight has been nerfed, reduced to 52 from 55. Going on to the last character, Wonder Woman. They changed her air ground neutral special. Lasso is no longer classified as a projectile. The ground down attack has been changed, no longer breaks projectiles while charging. Weight has been nerfed, reduced to 71 from 76. And the movement speed has been nerfed, reduced to 2,225 from 2,250. That was quite a long video. They was not playing when they said this patch was massive, but let me know in the comment section down below, did your character get drastically nerfed or buffed? If you watched this whole video all the way to this point, thank you for watching this video. Here's some more Multiversus content. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for future gaming updates, and I'll see you all in the next video.